Hi guys. I know that we have had our meeting before on ethical business practices and having a code of ethics for the business. I know that William had a few questions on that and he had some concerns as well. He read the article, Is Business Bluffing Ethical? And in that article by Albert Carr, he made some claims about business that are very legitimate, and I want to address those before we got started. First, I know that in that article, Albert Carr talks about the pressure to deceive. So, with that, you have the pressure to give false numbers, try to swing the numbers in your favor, try to have some deals that aren't necessarily as accurate as they would say. He also makes a point that business practices should discard the golden rule of do unto others as they would do unto you. Because if you try to be nice, they may try to take advantage of you, in which case you'll lose in that deal. Also, I know that in that case, he talks about the business doesn't make the laws. So with that, what we consider ethical may not be legal in some countries. So why would we do that if we can't even be ethical in the first place, depending on what context we're in? Next, he talks about the individual and the game. Sound business strategy may run counterintuitive to exactly what they believe in. So with that, we have to be very careful on how we apply these business code of ethics. Albert Carr makes the point that whatever the form of bluff it is, it's an integral part of the game. Now, William, I know that you've had some issues with what we've proposed, and I want to just kind of comfort you on that and know that what we're doing is we're not trying to force Christian ethics on anybody. With that, we're going to try to do what we would consider, or what I would like to consider, a more of like a Chick-fil-A mindset, where their business ethics are based on biblical principles. However, people that come in and out, you're not being asked, hey, are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? And if it's a no, you don't do business with us. That's not what we're trying to do here. With that, we're basically going to offer what is a Christian mindset, but if you don't want to involve yourself in that, you don't have to. With Chick-fil-A, the owner of Chick-fil-A, when he closed on Sundays, he doesn't know what the workers are going to go do that Sunday. He doesn't know if they're going to actually go to church like he would, or hey, they may just go home and relax and have their own time. But with that being said, again, he doesn't know what's going on. But it's not a forced relationship with Jesus Christ necessarily. It's just the fact that we are trying to improve the trust with our business partners. I've done my own research as well. I've read around, looked in one of our articles, and it says that trustworthiness actually may provide protection against quote unquote sniping, in which if we tried to get over on another business, or if they thought that we were trying to get over on them, that they actually would start doing more business with us to get that money back. So instead of them asking, hey, did you mean to do this or not? They'll just assume, hey, okay, that these people are intentionally trying to take our money. We're going to get this money right back from them. And with these ethical principles based on biblical standards, we can assure them that, hey, that's not the case. What we're doing is 100% ethical, and if we made a mistake, you know that we were 100% in the wrong, and we know that we were in the wrong. We were trying to be as honest as possible, and we made a mistake, and we apologize for that. We don't want to make a situation where our power overrides anything that happens. We don't want people to think that we're trying to take advantage of them because of our position. Again, we talked about this before with the double power principle. You can either use it for good or you can use it for very bad. So with the double power principle, we're going to look at these people and say, hey, we want to make sure that you know that we are as honest as possible. You can come to us, ask us questions. if something's wrong, we're going to make it right. We're not going to try to screw you out of a deal. And also I read somewhere else in an article by Bide and Stevenson that honesty and trust are really more of the norm. In the article by Albert Carr, what it's doing is it's assuming bad business principles are, or should I say sketchy business principles are simply a part of business, and that it is the most dominant form of business. But in all reality, it's not. Business is really built on trust and making sure that everything's right beforehand. Really, there's only the rare situation where the business that is in trouble has actively tried to get one over on the other party involved. And I want to leave off with a verse on this. It says in Proverbs 22:1, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. So with that being said, we may have some issues at the beginning with this code of ethics. I don't want us to think that this is going to be very easy. However, our God, He knows that if we're doing this with full sincerity, He will provide for us. With that being said, if some people decide to drop off because we add this code of ethics with biblical principles, we may just have to say, and we're sorry for that, take our losses and move on. But I do know from history and from time and time again, just example after example, that the business world, it is not filled with complete mistrust. We are built on trust, and what we're trying to do is just continue to grow that and complete that. Possibly even add some new partners that like these new ethical principles, and make sure that we're as successful as possible and know that God will provide, even in a situation where we may lose some business at the beginning. Thank you guys for your concerns, and hope to see you guys in the next one.